Do you use a link cable when you play your Quest 2 on PC? There's a lot of talks in the community that we are on the verge of getting rid of all link cables, that we're gonna have either a USB dongle that makes it wireless. People are already using AirLink Virtual Desktop and liking it. I still use a link cable for the reliability, and AMVR has a new one that they just sent us, the Gen 1 3.2 link cable set, but it comes with some cable management hooks as well. Let's open this thing up and check it out. $30 is what this kit is going to set you back right now. AMVR did send this to us to check out. It advertises on Amazon as a 6-meter or 20-foot cable. So they send this with 3 sticky wall pads. These are their Pro cable management hooks, which I actually haven't gotten to experience yet. Kind of the answer to the Kiwi Pros they made that had a quieter function. And this one, it's kind of cool because it looks a little more subtle. Like on the Kiwi one, even on the Pro, it still has like a thing here and kind of hangs. With this, it almost locks up into position. I actually like that better. It gets long. Whew, almost took that one to the face. Looks like it gets about 6 feet, maybe a little over 6 feet long. Some actual wall screws if you're allowed to screw into your walls. And of course the cable. It's a nice braided cable, comes with regular USB and an adapter to USB-C in case you're plugging into a USB-C port on your PC. Most people aren't. A lot of PCs don't have USB-C, or if it does, it's not powerful enough to run the Quest. For a braided cable, it's actually still pretty flexible. I've been playing with a lot of link cables, so I know. And a lot of them, the problem is you have it on your headset and it's very stiff, it's very hard. This still isn't as flexible as a thin, just black cable would be, but for a braided cable, it actually has some decent flexibility. And then of course it is right angled in so that when you go to use this, you can either put it back and kind of out of your way, run it along the side here. Personally, I would run it all the way to the back before I ran it up to the cable management so that it's not tugging on the side of my head. Or I've seen some people in their videos run it forward, maybe to keep it out of their punching range. I feel like that's weird, but some people run it forward. So you have that option when it has the right angle on it. So let's take this over to the other studio. We'll hook it up to the PC, we'll test it. Some big questions with link cables are: one, does it keep the headset charged, or does it at least lengthen the charge time on the headset to where it'll last long enough for you to play a serious round of gaming? Does it work with just the USB-C, or is it gonna have to have a USB port? And does it seem to mess anything up with the compression? So we'll test all that over in the other studio and get back to you over there. So the AMVR link cable is similar to some of the earlier ones. It's kind of like the Anchor one. I would like a more flexible cable, but it is protecting it really well with it being braided. It's one of the only link cables out there that includes its own cable management, which is very similar to the Kiwi Pros that I have a few of them hooked around the ceiling up there. Very quiet, works really well, and it comes with 3 of these and everything to hook them up. So if you don't already have some elaborate cable system like I do, it's really nice that it includes these. In the testing that we've done with the other link cables before using FPS VR on Steam, I found we can't find any reliable marker that seems to cause frame rates to act any different between any link cable. Seems like they all run pretty much the same. The AMVR one was running perfectly and really well until I started recording in OBS, and then it's been a little jittery and a little all over the place. I feel like I'm getting some serious stutter now that we're recording. Like I feel like it was running really smooth, and now we're recording, it's like I'm getting a lot of artifacting in the headset. It's hard to say if that's because of the cable, but I will tell you one thing about trying a lot of different link cables is none of them are as reliable and just work as well as I want them to. You are talking about a lot of compression going through a single USB cable to a headset, but like if you're used to using a PC VR like a Rift S or a Valve Index, plug it in and it just works. Link cables, they're always a little finicky, and every single one I've tried is like that. I haven't found that one that you just plug in, it works great. And that could also be because I'm only trying them on my main PC. Some PCs supply more power to the USB ports and don't drain the headset as fast. Some cables drain your headset's battery really quickly. And this one, we started at 84%. It's been about 20 minutes, and we're actually only down to 83%, which is some of the best battery performance I've seen yet on a link cable. Some of them you'll still only get the 3 hours that you usually get on your Quest 2 battery, then you have to take your Quest 2 off, charge it separately. Some of them, it extends it longer, but I am not using the USB-C adapter because I know for sure my only USB-C on my motherboard is underpowered and won't do it. I'm using an actual USB port on the back direct to the motherboard. So now that we're in the game, I will say the AMVR link cable seems to be performing as well as any other I've tried. So if you're considering a link cable, the AMVR one seems to hold up fine. That being said, I have not found any link cable yet that just always works reliably and easily. It is a problem of the fact that you're taking a mobile headset that's meant to be mobile and you're going back and you're using it with a PC through a system that's a little hacky. If you're out there and you are looking for a decent link cable for a lower price, the AMVR one works. If you are someone who has fast internet, I would recommend trying AirLink or Virtual Desktop at least once. If you can get away with going completely wireless and not using the link cable, it's nice, but you will definitely need a battery pack then because it really drains the battery on the headset. It also has a right angle on it, which some people really like. Makes it a little easier to aim it on the headset, maybe wrapped around, strap it to your headset where you're not gonna feel it pulling as much. I've had one or two that stick out straight and it just always feels like it's sticking out from the side of your head. So I will say it's decent for the price, but we are working on a video testing a whole bunch of link cables together at once. I would love to hear your thoughts out there. What link cable do you have? Is it working really well for you? Do you feel like it's really reliable? And especially if you've ever tried it on another computer, did it work the same on every computer, or is it also computer to computer? I'd love to know from all of you out there, but I wanna say thank you for coming out and checking this out with me, and I will see you in another reality.